Look at this guy right here. He gonna turn around the middle.
Hey, you need that part. You need that part. Get your ass up there. Give me the camera, nigga. Give me the camera.
Hey, this is the direct. This is how far brothers is willing to go.
Where y'all bucket at? Y'all got a bucket, y'all? I got some change. What's up, man? You got it, brother.
Yo, this is how far we willing to go for our guests on the Corner Convo, man. Just know. Just know.
Mark Aguirre, you a bad motherfucker. And don't ever let nobody see you. You're the one that put Chicago on the map. It wasn't Michael Jordan, it was back then. Mark, I mean,
emotional.
Hey, I want to welcome you to the Corner Convo, episode 135. We in the building. Let's go.
Let's get it.
A corner like thousands of others across the country. It's a place to go if you want to be seen, and to a lot of folks, it's the information center of the neighborhood.
our job is to spark somebody else.
We all right, guys.
We might not be.
We all right sometimes.
But let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change.
Funk is in the bag, and the bag is the bass, and the bass never change. It's a groove. As soon as you hear that groove, I know I got you.
My name is A-M-O-N. Say what you want, just spell my name right, you heard?
It's one of the most ratchet places I've ever seen.
One of the best singers, one of the best motherfuckers you've ever seen. Oh my
About 10 seconds when you be on point.
Next up, we got my boy A.B. in the building. What's good?
Some real murder shit. Hey, I'm telling you, man.
I just peeped on shoes,
Any
though.
nigga that ever
I just
looked
peeped
at
on
me
shoes,
wrong
though. Hey, fam. You winning.
owes me money.
Look at the way this buddy looking at us.
Said any jealous bullshit about me is fucking dead.
It's a show.
He was like, it's 4 black men sitting next to us.
Bro.
Next up, we got my boy McKinday. Out of Depaul. Right.
Number one podcast, baby. You already know that. Y'all know this.
Now, you refer to me as the African.
There you go, my man. You getting love back.
Look, he got all this space in front of him. He refused to pull up.
Now, you refer to me as the African genius.
That's right. And let's be clear, man. We got Mila in the building. Hey. For a multitude of reasons.
What's happening?
For one, she's a creator.
We got to get our own person.
She has a million jobs.
Have you picked something yet?
I was gonna say, why is her intro your voice? She is
Yeah.
the
Have you picked something yet?
cultivator.
How trash is that?
No.
Because it's me.
Original,
Fuck out
original.
They look like they went to high school with you, Mark.
Y'all walk the same slow. I saw you pull up, and 2 minutes later you wasn't even in here yet, man. I was wondering where you was.
I ain't moving. I learned that the whole world moving on my time now.
I heard
There
that.
you go.
And I can detect it saying, if y'all moving faster, this is my time.
There you go. My pace.
As y'all can see, man, we have a true to the definition legend in the building.
Chicago
man.
legend.
Not just a Chicago legend, a legend,
Legend.
man.
No,
A
we gonna
legend.
let's do it. Chicago legend,
Okay, cool.
college legend,
Yes.
NBA legend,
Let's
Yes.
black legend,
Yes.
business legend, business legend.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Let's just
West Side legend.
West Side legend.
You already know it. You already know. Hey, I feel safe already.
Let's get these stats up, man. Two-time NBA champion, 3-time NBA All-Star, Naismith College Player of the Year.
Yes, sir.
Adolph Rump Trophy winner.
You know how many
Okay,
buckets I
AP
you got
Player
to be
of
to
the
win
Year.
that award?
Okay,
You
holding
gotta be the
all
shit,
the
man.
stats at DePaul.
Man, your Wikipedia page long as hell.
Yeah, it's real. Mr. Basketball.
some damage.
Okay, McDonald's All-American. Where do we stop, man?
Yeah, man.
Just a bucket getter.
Let's clap it up for Mark Aguirre, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Aguirre, man.
Can I say this one time though? My brother, I'm proud of you. You have never read that good that fast, bro.
You see me?
Do your thing, bro.
No, he practiced that. No, he practiced that. You can tell. You can tell. All right, Mr.
Good shit,
Aguirre,
bro.
we're going to adjust your mic to make sure that you
well.
are heard, because these microphones are not the ones
What
that
am I
capture
doing
all
here?
the space. So
Do
you
I
saw-
move it?
Yeah, look closer. That's all.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Look,
I'm
he
with
better than a bicycle.
I've seen these things before.
Oh, wait a minute.
I've been on the mic before.
All right now. Don't get the
buckle check. Wait a minute. Well, I done some things before. Who you talking to, young boy?
Some things.
Right. What's going on, bro? How you feel, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Better than I thought I would be.
There you go, man. Look here.
So I'm real happy, man. Real happy.
Ain't nothing like exceeding your own expectations or any expectations, man. That means you win it every day you wake up.
Well, I'm winning when I wake up.
When you wake up,
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm winning. When I wake up, whoa, I'm
He's
good.
up. Yeah.
I'm good, bro.
We up.
I'm good. I'm always
That's
good.
it. And also, sorry about the parking situation, man. As many times we've been to 16th Street, we did not know there was a church next door.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And whoever passed away and made the transition, man, may y'all rest gracefully. May your loved ones miss you, remember you. But fam, how many fucking people do you know?
Man, he knew everybody. He had all 4 blocks sewn up. All 4 blocks was sewn up. You had Tony and Amon outside playing bodyguard for your parking spot. It was amazing.
Sweet. That's
It was
sweet,
amazing.
because I was like that going around the block about 4 or 5 times. I got tired.
Yeah. He was like, well, fuck this podcast.
I'm going back home.
Y'all have to call me next time.
I was trying to say, is somebody gonna tell me where I'm at? Somebody come out and just raise their hands.
Right,
Like,
right.
let me know where I'm at.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I saw you, but I figured you're a grown man. You'll figure it out. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
See how brother do you. Man. See how brother do you.
I can't lie to you. Pass me the ball, man. Pass me the rock, man.
You gonna hurt him doing it. You gonna hurt him doing somebody though. You gonna hurt him.
I need to hit him like that. I look at brothers, I'm not just, regular brothers. I look at brothers, I go to the gym, I do a thing like that. And then we get to talk about the NBA.
Right.
And they be like, man, from college and this and that. I say, brother, different world.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Different
I
world.
say different world. And he said, why you say different world? And then I get down there with him for a little bit. And I say, so when you go across there to get that ball, I say, how you go? Okay, so now you stand right there and let me go across and get that ball.
Rough him up.
No, I'll be like, brother, everybody move at that speed. Like,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
everybody hit you at that speed.
Even the ones people call bums on the bench, they'll kill you. You LA Fitness Warriors, y'all are no good.
That's an
You
insult.
LA Fitness
Absolutely.
Warriors.
Call them boys a bum on the bench.
They call people bums because they ain't play. I say, man, they in the NBA for a reason. Whether they know somebody to get there, they had the game and the privy to get there
Let me
because of
tell
their
you,
game.
You just spoke it right, because it ain't that. Don't
Right.
come up here thinking you
Right.
Okay, the average person, well, they don't even get in the thought pattern.
Right.
But do you mean the college players? We'll talk about the ones that the All-American players.
Yeah, they D1, they top scorer.
When they get in that camp,
They gotta learn.
when they talk to
Different
somebody else, if they talk truthfully,
Yeah.
them motherfuckers like, damn.
I'll tell you like this though, from my fault, y'all.
go
From
ahead.
Indiana State to overseas to even playing with people that were, it's back when the CBA was still up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe Isaiah Thomas era, the CBA was still up. And to see who did make it to the NBA and play with these guys in these camps trying to get on, man,
Right.
everybody had a quick first step. Everybody had a 40-inch vert. Everybody, you blink, they gone. Everybody.
Yeah.
I knew then it was just a different world out there.
You know why they got that blink?
Tell me.
Money.
It's like, hey, when you put a bunch of brothers out there, I don't care where you put them, and you say, okay, well, we're gonna play this pickup game for 500. That ain't the same pickup game.
It ain't. It's
Right.
different.
No, it's different. So just imagine me getting 100 million. You know how hard I'm gonna play?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
You
a
know
good
how
point.
hard I'm gonna hit you to try to knock you out so you going home?
And sometimes
So
for
she
no
gonna take
reason.
my 100
I mean, for
million?
no reason sometimes too.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm
Right.
gonna hit you every day.
Every time.
Every time you move, I'm gonna hit you.
So like the way you shook it off, like this is a no-brainer.
Where you going?
Hey, take
Where
the
are you
foul.
going? Where are you going?
How many fouls I got left, ref? Okay, cool.
Bro, I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
man.
after you play so long, you kind of eliminate some of that stuff, right? So you go to the game,
Right.
and this guy's just already in the NBA, and you be like, yo, listen, I don't feel like that tonight.
Right. Don't hit me.
Look,
today.
don't put your hand on
to fight.
me.
You from
Don't
out- you
you
from out west
grab
too, come
me,
on.
because this gonna go off
Yep.
if you put your hand on me.
From out west, let's go. Let's
I'm
get it.
tired. I just played 2 back-to-backs, and I don't want to hear that from you tonight. I don't want to hear that.
So you
know?
got to tell the young boys early in, like, don't try and win today.
Look, you getting better, but I'm the wrong one to come mess with right now. You go over there and mess with that boy over there.
Right.
He just got in the league.
So I don't care what your coach tell you, man.
No, don't do that. Don't do
Hey,
that.
let's get this out of the way really fast too, though, because we talked about it quickly before the show. When you have an NBA legend, all-star caliber, all-star player on your show, do not ask this man about other players if you're not going to ask about him. Knock it the fuck off. Knock it the fuck off, man. Especially if you got a bucket getter, you know what I'm saying? Like Mark on your show. Don't do that, man. Y'all know the conversations that y'all are having, that y'all want to have with him. He's had 1,000 times, and 1,000 times in his sleep, 1,000 times he didn't want to. Come on now.
Yeah, you know, and it gets, I would think, you know, people that call in or view in to talk about the game, if they really know the game, they don't want to talk about that.
Right.
LeBron and Jordan. How many times you heard that?
I was going to let you say that.
Yeah, LeBron and Jordan. I don't want, you know, but if you want to talk about something that's, you know, tangible, like, you know, like
the rules changing.
The rules changing, or the game changing, or what did it do to the game? Huh?
The payroll.
Shit, free agency. God damn.
How much would you make in today's game with your skill set? Man.
Who make the most money? Who make the most money? Huh? Who make the most money?
Outside on the perimeter, inside the post, hit his free throws, rebound the ball. You couldn't double him because he could pass out if he wanted to. Fam, you be breaking the bank.
But you know, Don, what really happened is, and maybe I'll tell your views this, is that only a few have destruction. And when I say destruction is that, and then I use MJ as a thought for this, you know, me and MJ cool, but he know I don't play like that.
Right.
So, but he has the destruction mode, meaning that
I never heard that before. Good.
I don't want to just play you and beat you. I want to show you so much and hit you so hard that when you see the schedule and I'm coming to town, you like, listen, I need help.
My grandma died.
You gotta help. You gotta help.
Right.
You know, right away. You know, and that's the way you want them, man. You want I loved it like that because man, you know, you have no problem.
So you don't feel like it's like that no more. You feel like the game is a little different in that way.
Well, I feel like you can't challenge no way. When we play, I could care less about Magic.
Right.
I could care less about Bird. I could care less about, listen, when you get off this court today, you can be like, no, you know, I wouldn't like to see him every night. You know what I'm saying? You want to lead that. You know, I mean, I think players now, they read the headlines and look at all this stuff and, oh, it's Kevin Durant. In my era, Isaiah called me.
Come on now.
I called Magic. He said, yo. I said, man, I can't wait till his ass get here. I can't wait till he get here. You know, and that was all around the board. But you had to give up respect now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and like, I mean, a couple times I ran into Kareem and I knocked his glasses off.
Oh, man.
I reached down and got that Kareem. I was hey, Cap, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, Cap. I don't even look at you in the eyes right there.
I couldn't look at him in the eyes.
Right there.
I'm sorry, Cap. I didn't mean that, man. You all right, Cap?
Right,
you know,
right.
But it was a lot of respect. But you know, it's a nasty one, man. You know, it's a nasty one. It ain't all, you know, candy. And
that's interesting, man. I think something that's interesting about that is like we talk about a variety of stuff, right? But one thing that's kind of goes through is like we do feel like society is set up in a way right now where people are just kind of like entitled. And I think it tracks through all things. Like I'm a school teacher and it's like I deal with people's kids all day and I had parent-teacher conferences yesterday. And the whole conversation, not with every parent, but at least one or two, was about them basically saying, how come my baby ain't got an A in your class? And then my response is, well, have you seen your baby's work? And their response is no. Like it don't matter. Like that's irrelevant ass conversation. Like why would I need to see my baby work to know why she ain't got an A? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so anyway, my point is that I feel like we're seeing that in all facets, right? I feel like there's this entitlement.
Corner Convo.
Like even Bossy was saying, like the bench player sitting there like, man, I should be getting all the tip. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here. Why am I not getting all the minutes,
Levels.
right? Like I think people in general today are just more entitled.
You think they're entitled like that?
The newer age players may feel that way because they're coming from a system. Okay, when you were a little bit before me, and I got to tell you something about Depaul too, though. You were a little bit before me, but even when we were coming up in our age, you could respect and you knew somebody was better than you, and you wouldn't be jealous of the person out there killing and kicking ass. Like, it would be foolish for NBA 11 player to be jealous of Michael Jordan out there killing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even the top tier players out there killing, you know what I'm saying? But now, everybody's told they the shit from grammar school.
Right.
They took shit to high school and college. You get to the pros, you got people like, rest his soul, Kobe, or let's break it down more. Let's go D'Angelo Russell. Really good point guard. Just left Minnesota come to LA. I did it for a reason. Bye.
Move on.
You know what I'm saying? But he's really good, and people think they can try him because they were told they were good in high school and college. So entitled in that it says, yeah, they do find things. I should get a try. I could beat him. This man probably kill you every day in practice.
Right.
When you want to.
Right.
And he'll kill you on the court right now, though. You know what I'm saying? So entitled, yes, kind of a little bit.
I think, but you know what? I think it affects the overall
quality of the game.
Yeah, in the fact that on some teams, on championship teams, that's not accepted. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so when I come in here and practice, you know who I am. I'm Isaiah Thomas. I'm Magic Johnson. I mean, like, you can try me. I mean, seriously.
Right.
I mean, the way I grew up, though, man.
You should be trying me, though.
Yeah, you should be making me better, but you can try me.
Right.
So then that entitled thing goes away.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? Look, I've been busting you all week. So you good now?
Right.
Okay. You understand that? Yeah, you good? You want to go tomorrow? Or you good?
It's a great question.
Okay,
so who was on your practice squad in them championship days that was pushing you? The cat that nobody ever talks about on that team, probably. Who was the cat that was really
Dallas
pushing you?
or Detroit? You said championship, though?
Either one, whenever.
You was on some good teams, though.
I think it was kind of a mixed bag, meaning because in Dallas, I had control of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
The numbers didn't lie. The numbers didn't lie, man.
Y'all know. So I don't need that.
Right.
You know, we all know. I don't need that. When I got to Detroit, they were on the championship cusp.
Yeah.
You know, so on that championship cusp, it's always like, I'm not pushing you, I'm pushing our team. So the competitiveness that was in that practice was all about, I wanted Dennis Rodman on me every practice.
Really?
No one else could guard me.
That's insane, man.
What?
That's insane. That means you want scared to get tired. I love that shit, though.
No, I wanted him on me every practice.
I get
because, see, once I got through tussling with Dennis, when it came game time,
he
was ready.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, what you gonna do with Dennis can't do, you know? So, and he wanted me.
Right.
Every day. Because, you know, could nobody else score on him, really. I mean, we didn't have no really scoring forwards on that team but me.
Right.
So he got his game better because like, Dennis, I'll drop you right here. I'll go out there. So he had to play everything.
All the whole court.
And I had to work on getting around somebody that big and that quick.
Yeah.
And that strong. Yeah. So that, you know, when I went into some soft boys, you know, some cupcakes. It
was easy work.
Oh,
it was
man,
easy work.
Was he really that wild or was it an act?
Dennis was a master. And he got taught by Madonna. I will not kid you. Okay. He was in Detroit.
Okay, let's go.
He was Dennis. And I'm talking about the regular Dennis before any hair, anything like that.
Okay.
And he met Madonna. I'm serious.
I'm listening.
We talked about it. And she taught him about, you know, building his brand and doing all these things. Yes. And then it started slowly. He came out with a little color in his hair, you know. Then he got 37 more tattoos.
37.
You know. And, but now when you guys think about him, you think about Dennis, a great player, but what do you think about he was just different?
Right.
Yeah.
That's Madonna.
If social media was around then, he's a star.
Oh,
he's getting different bags.
Absolutely.
He's getting different bags.
Oh, he's on every commercial you ever see.
Yes.
Kronk, what's his name? Kronk?
Yeah, Grunt.
Gronkowski.
Yeah,
What you call him?
Yeah.
Gronk? I don't know what his name is.
Gronkowski.
Chronic.
Tall white boy that play football.
I don't know. He you. I don't know. Ooh-wee, whatever you got. No, what I'm saying is that he set a personality out there of what he does. He's gotten better at it.
Right.
But you look at those guys that are like that, and Dennis was like that. I mean, he
might be the OG, yeah.
Yeah, he was just different, man. He was just totally different.
Well, Mark, I want to tell you this, man. I want to say, first of all, thank you for your time. Let's start
Absolutely.
there, right? We do not
Thank her
interview.
for your time.
No, for sure. No, Mila,
give you props now.
Mila is queen.
Well,
She's the first lady of the team. Let's be clear.
That's it. Okay, get her
you know what I mean? But again, thank you for your time. And we don't interview, right? We just have a conversation. Right, I feel like the best way to get to know somebody is just have a conversation, and whatever comes out of that, it just happens to be that, right?
Right.
So I know
that parking place right in front, right there. Right. And I had to drive around
that's that
half
bullshit.
an hour.
That's that bullshit.
Come right here, dog.
We know for future reference, start the show at 1 o'clock. Start the show at 1 o'clock. If there happens to be a funeral, ain't gonna be no party.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, man.
No, you're
all good. That's what we do.
So we like to talk about all things Chicago and then branch out, right?
Cool.
So Chicago had a big win. We had Jay Ivey, a poet. He won a Grammy, and the first poet to win a Grammy.
It's the first year that the spoken word category is a category.
Because he lobbied for that category. Which is so Chicago. You lobby for a category.
And then go, I
and then you win it, right? So
you love this whole category. Way to go, bro.
Right? So shout
I want to create the category where I get my trophy.
Y'all know I'm over here, right? I'm first in line.
Wait. So is this like an asterisk championship for him?
Hell no.
You sure?
No.
He created his own league.
Why is it no?
I'm just asking. I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking. You created your own shit, then you win it.
No, he deserves it.
Who else they gonna give it to?
Look, if I'm hooping, and y'all talking about bench players, if I'm the best bench player, give me the best bench player award. Yes, I created this. This is mine. I won it first.
Right.
Period. You know what I mean?
That's my role on the show. I'm the sixth man on the show.
Who's the 12th man?
Come on, man.
The stars on the show. I'm the sixth man.
Come on, man. Let's get back into that Indiana State situation and DePaul.
Oh God, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. But okay.
You said earlier
it wasn't Indiana State and DePaul, but
I'm sorry.
you know, my uncle went to DePaul. You ever heard of MC Thompson?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my uncle, man. You know what I'm saying? My uncle, man. He had DePaul legend. We lost in 2018. But so when I knew we had to come on the show, I was like, man, I gotta bring my uncle up, make my uncle some love because
man.
Watching the steel frames, of course, because the cameras was trash back then. Oh my God! Watching the steel frames, that one big Patrick you and knee brace used to wear.
Patrick,
one big Patrick you and knee brace used to wear. They made the airplane material. But man, bro, you know.
Here's what's funny. He just like laughing at Patrick. You can tell. Even other players, he just he joke about it.
No, but you know, I mean, we were a different era.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The was huge, man.
When you think about it. Think about they was big. They covered your whole knee up.
The whole leg. You could be a back catcher. Well, that shit, you could. So, going back to that, my uncle, he was known for his rebounding. Right. I think he might still hold the record. If nobody broke it, that's obviously.
I didn't break it.
Okay, there you go.
I ain't rebounding.
You know, he rebounded.
Somebody else's job.
I feel like going to DePaul was pressureless or any pressure and going to DePaul because they had a name back then from the, was it Ray Meyer or Joey Meyer? I forgot which one at the time.
I think it was Ray.
I paid for the real one.
Okay, there you go.
Right,
there you go.
Never mix that up.
All right, I'm just checking, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, y'all never mix that up.
Mix it
I
up.
played for the big boy. I ain't played for nobody. No, it was, you know, it was a few struggles going to DePaul, you know what I'm saying? But and when you coming out like I came out, you know, it's clouded. It's really clouded because, you know, forgive me for saying, but it wasn't a university I couldn't go to.
Mm-hmm.
You
Talk
know
your shit.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Don't forgive nothing.
Everybody throwing they
ticket in the hat.
The bag.
They throwing everything they got. They throwing their lobster. They're throwing their filet mignon. They putting you in the right car, and they doing it. So when you get all this stuff, you say, okay, this is all up front, but how do I know?
Yeah, what's behind
back
all
there?
this?
Yeah, you know, I know y'all give me all your best, but some of y'all assholes.
Right.
I know it.
Talk about that.
I know some of y'all assholes, you know, so it's really imperative that you, as being like that, understand what's behind it. Now, you can pick what you want.
Right.
What's behind it. And when I came out, it was like, First of all, my biggest ticket was that I told them that I wanted to play against their team. See, because that's usually not requested. In my area, that wasn't requested.
Right.
But I told them you could still do it in my area. So I say, are we going to have any time to play? He said, play. I say, you want to play with some people? I said, no, I want to play against your team.
You're starting five. Bring them. Bring their ass.
Their team. So, and the schools I did go to, all of them I had to play against them. So now I can, from a basketball standpoint, I can really rate what I'm going to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen you on film and all that, and they give me your best film.
Your best highlights,
give you
really.
the best moves and all that. Yeah. What you doing? Let me play with them. So when I went out there and requested that, I found a lot of boys are like, geez, you ain't...
You're not it.
On TV, y'all must be playing some busters or something.
You're not it, man.
And so, and the reason I asked for that request is that I had already had my machine running in Chicago.
Right.
Meaning that if you know about the teams, I had already talked to Isaiah Hart. I'll tell you about him. It hurt my heart. Teddy Groves, Terry Cummings.
Terry Cummings, yeah.
I had already talked to all of them. So I was the lead into it. I said, listen, I went to UCLA. They wasn't shit. They was supposed to be number one in the country. And forgive me, David. I played against David Greenwood.
Okay,
so when I saw him, don't hide, I went out there first. I say, I got David.
There you go, my man. That's West Side shit.
That means, yes, it is.
Absolutely.
So that means David had to guard me.
Yep.
So now we're going to see. We finna see right now.
I love it, man.
So David got destroyed. Listen, I'm giving y'all all the real stuff.
He had so much sympathy for destroying David.
That's West Side.
I love it, man. I feel so at home.
But what I'm saying, though, so, David got destroyed, so immediately I get back to Chicago. I'm going to meet my boys. I say, look, I've been to UCLA, I've been to Kansas, and I'm playing at all these teams.
Right.
And I'm coming back like TC. They can't handle you.
Terry Cummings, y'all don't know.
Terry Cummings, TC. I say, Bernard, Skip. I say, that team, we can beat them today if all of us came to the same team.
Y'all had a brick, man.
Yeah, but they give you that, what do you call that, narrative of how good somebody is. And everybody, and I'm like, I didn't see that.
Where?
I didn't see it. And I was like, no, y'all ain't, you ain't that. Because, honestly and truly, I had played against ball players in Chicago. Cold.
Yeah. On the block.
Cold.
That was
all my little boys, Tim Hardaway and all of them, coming up behind like them boys.
All his young G's.
Yeah, they can ball. So, no, I'm not coming to UCLA. I say, I'm building my own. They say, where you going? I don't know. And I'm building my own. And that's the only way DePaul even got in the mix.
Right.
Because you wanted to stay in the city. You wanted to stay in Chicago.
Well, brother from the West Side getting on the bus every day. Bus driver telling you, where you going to school? I don't know.
Every day.
Where you going to school? You staying in Chicago? I don't know. I've been seeing this man 4 years. Riding that bus.
Friday, huh?
Yeah, riding that bus. Stop for you in the cold. When he way down there.
It's like he got game. When the bus stop for you, absolutely.
So just the community and people and families that I had touched here, and then I saw those teams, and I was like, why should I go all the way to California to ball?
They don't got no winter time. They don't got no winter time. That's one reason.
But that's the first time I've been to California. I didn't know it was summer out there. That was the first time I went to California. I was like, it's winter. Y'all got summer out here?
Summer in December. Y'all got summer in December in this bad boy.
I'm on the West Side, dog. My first stint.
I do have a question, though. They gave Toscano from the Lakers as the first NBA player of Mexican descent to win an NBA championship. But is that all the way true? Because I believe your father is from Mexico, correct?
Who did he win against? What year did he win it?
Recently.
What was that, with the Warriors?
With the Warriors, I believe, yeah.
Oh, no, they got to go. They mistake.
Exactly. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's totally a mistake because they were trying to get me to play with the
Mexican national team, right?
The Mexican national team. And, that's when I found what politics is all about.
There you go.
What you doing? So you haven't given our consent to join the Olympic team yet. we didn't hear from you. And then I got another letter from another person up that way.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna play for the Olympic team? And as it comes from Washington, it comes all the way down to the state level.
Really?
Then you get, man, listen.
So political.
Wow.
It is, man. I'm trying to tell y'all.
You get all the aldermen, the mayors. Listen, they don't say nothing to you. But are you going to play on the Olympic team? You know, because see, it was all about because I was able to play with both. Everybody else was in the United States. They playing with U.S. Olympic team.
Right.
But it was like, hold on, we got the best player in America, and we don't know.
Right. Where he
So they're like, well, we're going to find out quick. Letter, call. Ray Meyer. Yeah, you know what to do. Get him right. And politically, I'm serious, man.
I'm glad because it's real, man.
And it ain't like they pressuring you to just say, hello, how you doing? I'm doing all right. So you're playing? Boy, I'm looking forward to seeing you on that Olympic team. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
It's kind of like they steer you to do certain shit.
Yeah. So it was, so me here, I couldn't.
Now, I also feel like the statutes of limitation are up. Is it safe to say that you got the bag to come to DePaul? You can not say or say or hold on. Cool. No. Because you know what? Now it's okay to say, right? A lot of players do say
because it's legal now.
No, it's not legal.
It is. It's not paid to play now.
No, but I'm saying it's not legal for a school to pay.
I mean, not the same way.
Yeah. But name, image, and likeness. That's different.
They had the better. I can't say package on the show. That's a technical foul. They had the better set of enticements to give you. Did they have the best set of enticements to give you to come to DePaul? But what, that's what he's asking though, bro. Right. That's what he was asking though. But he's saying he went other places and played, and he versus that against what DePaul had and made the choice easy for him.
Right.
You know
I get it.
I was scared to go. UIC looked at me, but then they didn't want me. That's fine. Hurt my feelings a little bit. I was top 40 JUCO before I went to Indiana State, which I was on all newcomer team.
UIC didn't want you?
They didn't want me. Jimmy Collins was there. He wanted all Western House players.
He was there when I was
He
there.
wanted all CPS players from out south and out west. He wanted no north south. I went to Lane Tech.
Cedric.
I was all city from Lane Tech.
Yeah.
That's not hard. That's not easy to do.
No, Lane Tech was in the right league.
You better talk about it. You better talk about it.
I gave numbers though.
Mark. Come on.
Hold on. All I'm saying is that I remember busting them.
Yeah, you should.
It wasn't like they were all I ain't finna say that.
I looked for Vice Elite.
Oh, y'all had the ball.
See what I'm
He didn't play basketball.
I definitely did.
27 points and 9 rebounds. 27 points and 9 rebounds though. No matter what you're going against though. No matter we played.
What division y'all was in?
Red West.
Red North. Red North, bro. We gotta keep everything honest. Red North. I don't lie about my numbers, none of that shit, bro. Because I give it to anybody. I don't give a fuck what league I was in. I was busting your ass.
But see the Red North.
I'm from out west. I took the west side up north, Mark. I trained with Westernhouse though. That's what I trained with.
Don't get your feelings hurt.
My numbers is my numbers though.
Don't get your feelings hurt.
Why are you yelling, bro?
The Red North.
Why are you yelling?
I know you not, bro. I know he not. He crying. I threw alley-oops too.
Yeah, for sure.
I threw alley-oops, boy. I'm standing on my I stand on my goddamn number, bro. Cause motherfuckers wrote me off. Yeah. I can't. When they wrote me off in high school, I left Weber. It's old Catholic school. Wasn't get a lot of clock there though.
I know Weber.
You know what I'm saying? I know you do. I went to Lane Tech. Oh, Lane Tech ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Made all city. Went to Robert Morris after that. All NAIA. All city at Lane Tech. Went to Robert Morris. Yeah.
Skip over this shit like that.
I ain't trying to.
So you was putting up some numbers.
I was trying to. Yeah, I was trying to. I absolutely did.
You ain't gotta be like that. Was you putting up numbers or what?
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? Did I went to motherfucking Robert Morris in Chicago, all NAIA first team. I went to Kennedy King, top 40 JUCO, went to Indiana State, and did what I did. I got March Madness buckets, man. That's why I talk shit. I talk, and I know that's why I know it's levels to this game because I know that each time I went up in a competition, the players got better. You know what I'm saying? They got the point guard for my team from Indiana State. His name was Nate Green. He played the Heat briefly. He's a referee in NBA now. He's number 65. Shout out Nate. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be on the show pretty soon. Number 65 in NBA. I had never seen a first step from a motherfucker 6'7" that fucking fast.
Yeah.
I got out of my position, like Chris had taught me. I blinked, that motherfucker was gone. I said, what? I said, hold on. I said, wait. I said, let's try this again.
Back that up.
Hey, bro. Lockwood and Augusta. Let's try this shit again. I got down my stairs again. He went the other way. I said, you know what? That's it. I'm going to foul this motherfucker. Get this elbow.
On your way.
On the way. Get this elbow.
How many fouls I got?
Oh, my God. It was different, though.
That's when you go to the bad boy deal.
Look,
Bad boy way of playing ball.
I'm only here temporarily because I got to give this seat up to the first lady of the show. This is the first time that, I've actually been able to be at a show the same time that Mila is here. We've never even recorded together yet. Originally, we've been doing this, us three, for 3 years now.
3 years, bro.
And, but I operate...
That's cool.
Like your numbers, consistency.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah, every week, man. Every week for 3 straight years, man. Through the pandemic and everything. It's kind of crazy. I also don't like these niggas that much. It's like they just annoy me all week on the fucking phone about the damn show. So it is an amazing feat of accomplishment. But no, man, we have the fortunate opportunity, man, to be getting love. Like a lot of the people that own this place. Shout out to Oriel.
Shout out.
People have been supporting us as we've been growing. And now we're at a place where we're actually now expanding and we're producing a new podcast that we're announcing today. The podcast is called Home Rule, and it's a political podcast where we're going to talk politics, Chicago politics. So we got, attorney generals coming up. We got 3 mayoral candidates next week that we're going to be talking to, right? So because of that,
Mark for mayor.
I'm spending more time on that particular show. So Mila is now going to take this seat.
Well, so how are the people gonna know when everybody lying?
When everybody's lying? Oh, you talking about yeah.
Everybody lying. I don't care who you already
We gonna bring crime down. How, fam?
No, see, but so here's the truth.
We're gonna fix the public schools. How,
let me ask you. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like this is your first time really meeting us for real, right? We don't have real relationships outside of this, right? I mean, we've met, but I mean, like we haven't had conversations like that, right? And already you feel comfortable enough to start telling us some real shit. You've been laying down some honesty,
man. We built different.
But the point is, I think we have that effect. I think we have the ability to so that people feel comfortable and they understand, like, this is about truth. This is about honesty.
Dog, you got the right one. Don't measure this to nobody else. Because, see, that's why at the end of the day, maybe not, I don't think I'm going to get in the Hall of Fame.
You deserve it.
I can't believe that.
Dog, but I'm saying I told the truth all the time. You know what I'm saying? We had drafted people. He coming in and he gonna be on our team. They talk about, well, what you do? I said, he ain't shit. Listen, he can't play. But they didn't spend their number 1 draft pick on him. And
James
they expect me to say, oh, yeah, he's going to be,
help mold him. Help make him
he
great.
Ain't shit.
Right.
Hey, listen.
Keep it a buck.
Man, listen. Coming from Magic, coming from Julius, coming from Bird.
You hear the names he's
spit,
bro?
I followed them to their championships, even though it was illegal. But Magic gave me a little bag so I could do what I wanted to do.
My man, there you go.
Shout out to Magic. What up?
Magic gave you a lot of shit, though.
So
Let's go.
I flew to the games. Everywhere they went, doing the finals. I flew to the game. And when you listen to them, I'm a kid, and I sat back and listened to them, and they in practice and all that. Dog, listen. They don't give you no false stuff. Like I'm saying, he can't play.
Right.
Magic, what he doing? He ain't my point guard. From the first day Magic came into the Lakers, it was like Norm Nixon was the point guard.
Yeah.
Or like, we'll see after this game who the point guard is.
Right.
He didn't just gangster. He like, Norm, now you know who the point guard is now, right? You get your little ass over there and shoot.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool.
Shoot some jumpers called the point guard is me. So when I talk about that side of what you're going over to the politics, it's like they are so well
seasoned in lie.
Seasoned at not how to make it a lie, but how to say.
How to not say.
How to not
say.
Being non-committal.
Masterful.
Non-committal.
And I'm telling you, as a teacher, I'm so well trained. I mean, if you deal with kids from...
They always lie.
Exactly. Right? And so you learn every slight tonal change, every eyebrow shift, every little thing to be like, that's not exactly the truth. There's more there, right? So I think it is. It's about the way that you engage the discussion. So
Well, I want to see your show.
Oh, it's going down.
Y'all
next week,
get there.
Next week is the first
I'll make
one.
sure y'all get them. You lying.
Next week is the first one.
I stay lying.
Next week is the first one. But I do got one question before I go, because I got to let Mila get this in.
Get in. Go ahead.
So, we talk about basketball. Obviously, we can do that all day.
Right.
Basketball life for you as a player is obviously done. I know you were in business for a long time. Like you were
coaching, analyst.
In the front offices at some league at some point in the league, right?
I was in the front office in Dallas for a while.
No taxes in Texas.
Yeah,
what's my real interest is like, so again, as we talk, I went to a better basketball school than these guys, but I did not make varsity because 3 of the guys I was playing with went to the fucking league.
I mean, y'all team was good.
Oh, we was the shit. So, point is,
who was y'all?
Come on, man. You was in Doc
y'all
era.
was a little shit. Y'all wasn't the real shit.
Don't make me call Doc.
I could put him in place
Don't
like
make
that.
me call Doc, man.
Doc will walk in here and say, Mark, how you doing?
Come on now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, anyway, enough of all that.
Ain't no anyway.
What did provide Louise to say, what's that trophy? That's for in the tournament? W. Westinghouse. What are you doing? Westy put every time we hear just W. W there.
But see, that's the basketball brand. I took up north. I took Westinghouse basketball up north. I trained with Chris and all of them.
Wait. I don't want to go back there. The question is this. What really is the difference? So my point is that when I realized I wasn't going to the league, I got immediately interested in the business. And it was like I wanted to coach, and I started realizing like, man, there's somebody in charge of the business of the player development and all that.
Right.
What was that? What's that shift like? I'm sure it's different now, but like in general, what's that shift like when you on the court? Everything you've done up until that point is about playing the game, and now you're operating as a business.
How you see the game?
It's no longer just a game.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Am I still playing operating?
No. I mean, after you got out and went into the front office position, what was that? What was the hardest thing to learn about that different role in the game?
Well, I think, and so probably, a lot of people understand is that if you're in a business or whatever you're in, there's something that is behind it that's supporting that business. There's always something behind it, meaning, there's I'll just say the business of basketball, meaning that just the 10 guys on the court isn't making $100 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So what's behind that? Okay, so you go coaches, you go GM, you go there, but then there's behind that. There go the president is talking to Kroger's, he getting sponsorship money, he's doing that. Then there's another business behind that. So in my eyes, I didn't know where it was going, but what I did was I learned how the mechanism works behind the game, meaning that it had nothing to do with basketball. But if you're, who would I use? I'll use your relationship. Who's Apple? Okay, what does Apple do? Okay, well, geez, Apple, that's pretty interesting. I want to know what they do, So I dig into that. I'm Mark Aguirre, so I get introduced to the people who are running that.
Ain't that something?
So when I get introduced and we talk about what their business is made of, now I end up knowing something about different industries. Not the whole thing, but I know just the makeup of it, And now with what I do in my relationships, now I can get in and say, you know what? They have that, and I see how they're working that. And, I see they need that. Can I add that to them, and then talk to them. Is that a value of you? Yeah, that's a value of, but if it had a little more of this. So that business side, like all of us do, we're constantly asking questions about things that impact our business and things about their business. So I was keen on that always. What is that? Oh, okay. Well, can I come by and just see that? Okay, and so that just got me the foundation to understand, small things that
the nuances
just
of
go on all the time.
Yeah.
It strengthened me there because I learned, just about, how the money flows, how to, how the CFO handle his, what we got to pay, what is the profit, and what affects the profit, So I learned those things, and then when I wanted to get in something, I could actually protect myself from different bumps that I didn't have to do, or I saw it and I say, no, I don't want to do that. You know, so I got enough information in which, excuse me, a professional athlete, when you go into, you know, anybody's office, they're going to talk to you.
Yep.
They're going to give you what you want.
Yep, you already know.
So I was able to wean a lot of
it.
things out and know that I don't want to go that way. It costs too, you know, I don't want to go that way. You know, oh, I can do that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, I got to say thank you for coming on the show off GP as I
Man,
step and make this
bro.
seat, man.
It's
This has
cool,
been
bro.
fun, man.
No,
but,
y'all straight.
We gonna bring
you
you
let me down a little bit,
in.
though. You let me down one time. You from out west. We are kings of jokes. This man got his shirt buttoned all the way up. And you ain't say nothing to this man.
I came suited and booted. Last
Come
time
on
I saw
now.
Mark, he had on a whole suit.
I understand.
He had on.
He went to that other school.
I didn't think he was gonna come in sweats, man. I was trying to get clean. You know what I'm talking about?
It's Hooper life, man.
Oh, you going? He ran you, bro. He ran you, bro. He probably tell people he from
Man,
the
when we
west
walked
side.
up in, when we walked up in Proviso East, we was like, who are these people?
He was a loud.
Yo, these people. Oh, y'all look nice. Clean stuff. Man, we come from the west side.
Hey,
You know,
Doc,
had
he
on them
called you
jeans
out,
I
man.
had on.
Absolutely. You
On
know it.
Friday, I had them on Monday.
Yep.
Hey,
I'm
Doc,
gonna-
you
Yeah,
called you
I had
out,
them on
man.
Monday.
Already know.
You got to set the record straight, Doc. We're going to bring you on, man. We're not going to let Mark talk this recklessness, man.
Don't let them hurt your feelings. Come on here and have to tell the truth.
He a good sport. Doc a good sport too, man.
Don't tell the truth when you come on here now, because you know I'm going to let them know, Doc. All truth now.
There you go, man.
All right, man. Let's clap it up real quick as we exchange. But I have to say, I'm very, very, very happy to introduce this young lady to this seat, man. I think that people have been saying for a long time, when are y'all gonna have like a woman's voice on the show? And to be honest, 100% honest,
Shout out to Boston.
to be 100% honest, like we didn't have that in mind. We was like, no, we like the fact that it's three brothers. A lot of people like the fact that it's three brothers, man. But it's clearly time that we make sure that one of these microphones has the wonderful, wonderful perspective.
Beautiful.
There is nobody better. Just the pre-show alone
Oh, my mama.
was ridiculous. So
She's going viral already,
I
people.
could not be
She
more
did, though.
proud than to give up this seat temporarily.
No. Speak up our
Y'all stupid, man.
Hey, I'm glad to see you.
Hey, Mark.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for Ken-Day.
That was a pretty good introduction.
I mean, it was all
Great
right.
Y'all
job.
funny,
You
man.
just moving too slow.
It was all right.
I'm funny, bro.
We are coordinated, though. He has on cranberry. I got on cranberry.
Y'all do. I think y'all playing that.
We did.
Y'all
We
playing
did.
that.
We did. Hey, y'all.
McKinday, Mila K,
I
Emma
know,
K.
yeah, we
Y'all,
did
y'all
that.
ain't slick.
Yeah, we did.
Y'all are not
Yeah.
slick. It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's
y'all
all
are
good, though.
hilarious.
We here.
We're parking spots now.
But that's why you fit in. Yeah. See,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna fight.
in here. Let me go get some of them damn people. Come on in here.
I'm going to fight the
Come on
Pastor
in here and
Church,
get
though.
something to eat. We got some cake in here. Come on in here and get something to eat.
Come on.
Do we
What we
get
got
Y'all
going over there? Come on in here and get
I
something
love these transitions, though. All right, come on, let's back to the show, bro. Come on.
All right.
Come on, let's go, bro.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
All right.
All right.
All right. You scared?
Probably.
We good.
That happened to me last night. I was.
You don't, hey,
What?
I was walking home from Promontory because they had Rhythm and Booze, and I live like a couple of blocks away. And dude was like, "Hey, pretty, come here." I was like, "Yeah, no." Like, I'm not coming to your car. Like, I'm to say hello at 1 in the morning.
Yeah, we're not doing any of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
From
man.
Chicago.
he
But
from out
happens.
south.
No, ain't no woman coming up to
He from out south. That's
But
different.
guys do that. You know,
They
they
do.
invite you to do things. This dude was like, "I'm gonna watch you walk to your car." I'm like, that doesn't make me feel any safer.
You sure? Well, they got that group in Detroit that's watching women at night at gas stations
Well,
doing shit
to
like that,
know
though.
that there's
really?
like
They
these
do. They have
angels
one.
out there to know that, but like
That's
some
cool.
random dude that suddenly takes an interest in you and says, "Hey, where's your car parked?"
Wow.
And then like
Yeah, that's
I'll
weird.
That's a
follow
little
you.
much,
You know, it's
yeah.
like keep that. Like if you want to, it's a balance.
He sound
right?
like a Hannibal off.
Yeah, it's weird.
Hey,
I appreciate it. I
where's
told
your
him,
car?
thank you, I appreciate it. And then I sent him off. He was like, "Well, what building do you live in?" I was like,
Oh my God.
No, what building you in?
He wanted the
I mean, I didn't tell the truth. I just told
That's
him
terrible.
which,
I don't know.
you know,
he
which
ain't from out west
direction.
doing that kind of shit, though. We don't do. Hold on.
Wait a
Wait a
minute, yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
See the niggas.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I went back home for a minute.
Come on.
I went back home
Just
for a
walk
minute.
that way. Walk that way. You know what I
So
mean?
you disrupt the whole show.
Yes,
You just disrupted everything.
That is hilarious. Basketball. Y'all funny, man. Y'all funny.
Hey, girl, hey. Oh, my God.
Too funny, man.
All right, let's.
Hey, well, you ain't got to sit way back there. You can take that chair right there.
Right there.
You ain't got to go way down there.
I love the corner, bro. I love the corner, bro.
Wait a second.
You won't find a show like this. You won't.
Wait a second.
You won't.
Hey,
Get impromptu like it ain't nothing.
Let's start back in Chicago real quick before we get to the real reason Brother Aguirre is actually here. Windy City Smokehouse.
It's the real reason, because the guy was trying to talk to her. So I had to get up here early.
Yes, thank you, Mark.
Do we care about what's my man name? Obasi from the Chicago Cubs that started
Jason Heyward?
Yes, Jason Heyward. He's starting a baseball academy.
Right.
Next to Wrigley Field, right? I think it's dope, right? I think it's dope.
It's not next to Wrigley Field, though, bro.
It's not next to Wrigley?
It's 1841 North Laramie, which is really crazy. North Austin community. It's
he's
really
in
crazy
Austin.
to me.
My bad. Okay, I read it wrong.
He took it to the hoods. He took it to slash the pseudo hood. And when I read the article, I had a question immediately, because I know right now we should have had this when Kendall was on the show. He's our baseball player. He's the baseball guy. So talking about basketball and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. So how often do you see our young brothers and sisters in the hood playing baseball?
A lot when you go to Simeon.
Out west. There you go.
Okay, all right. Just
out
preference
west. That's where
Blue
it's
and
at, though.
gold, baby.
To North Austin. Blue and gold. You know what? I can't really dish y'all.
Shout out to the Butlers.
Y'all produce winners. Y'all produce winners. I can't dish y'all.
All day.
Only
All
in
day.
basketball, though. Y'all don't even have
baseball too.
Y'all don't have any other sports. Y'all don't.
What are you talking
Y'all got
about?
chess team?
Baseball too.
Y'all
The
got chess
chess
team?
team.
We are Scholar Bowl winners. Lane Tech. We are Scholar Bowl winners.
Oh, we also Lane Tech. What I did go to Lane too.
Thank
so
you.
like,
Don't disown us like that.
The swim team.
Don't try to do
yeah,
us.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's nice.
Yeah.
I went to Lane Tech. Yeah,
Yo, y'all get off her.
Get off
Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Mark got you. But I was like, well, he put it back. And if you know the West Side, and when you cross North Avenue, you get close to Arlington to 1841 North Laramie, it becomes more Latino. So it makes sense he put it there for baseball. Okay, it's more Latino, more Hispanic for baseball. So I'm like, it's a big deal because he's black. But how can we? I wish you stood on the microphone a little bit, the microphone you're talking to. And how do you get black kids interested in baseball? Because there are so many roster spots. There's no salary cap. Man, put your baby in this sport. Yes. He can make way more than a football in a helmet and a basketball in a net. Now, I'm not dissing these two sports at all. I'm not dissing basketball and football, but that's what black folks are synonymous with in people's eyes, even though we can do everything. We wear spelling bees, we create shit. We do all kinds of things, and we're athletic as fuck. But how can we get black kids, if you understand this, interested in baseball again? Is there a way?
My kids do different stuff, you know. Like Landon thought he was a hooper, and I was like, "Hey man,
there's
there's no crying in basketball, sir." All right, like he went off on the court. He got kicked out the game for cursing out the ref.
I respect that though.
Everybody in the crowd was like, "That was a double dribble," and he went off. He was like 10. I was like, "This is not."
he ain't got no handle.
No,
it's not. Yeah. So eventually, I put him in sailing. And so he started like being a competitive sailor. Yes. What are you talking about? We're Lake Michigan here.
Hold on.
Yeah. My son and my daughter are competitive sailors. They play golf, you know. So I introduced them to sports where there's not a lot of black people. Yeah.
Well, you can get a scholarship in golf.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a scholarship for it's a program out here where you get a scholarship for being a golf caddy.
What?
A golf caddy.
You lying.
Nope, no bullshit.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. You get paid.
A golf caddy?
You get a scholarship to college for being that.
I love golf.
Full ride.
I love golf too. I play every day.
Yeah, I mean, I play pickup golf.
Wow, I don't have that kind of money yet. I can't.
Y'all ever heard of foot golf?
I play golf at Top Golf, the virtual one.
I like what?
the virtual Top Golf, virtual golf. It is though. The real golf course.
You gotta find the
and I'm trash at it too though. I'm very bad at it. Okay, when I swing, the club goes with the ball.
That's so sad.
So
stay where you at, bro. Stay where you at. Don't do that. I got strong swing too.
No, I think you do have to introduce kids to different sports. Like as coming from a sport where I was a swimmer, I played water polo, right?
Okay.
So my father's in the Illinois Water Polo Hall of Fame.
Rest gracefully, Uncle Ike.
Where you go?
I went to Lane Tech, so my father is Isaac Marshall.
Did you get
Isaac Marshall Jr. You know my daddy.
Oh shit!
Do you know my daddy?
You know my uncle?
You know that's my cousin, right?
Listen. No!
That's my cousin.
Corner.
Hey, man, y'all didn't tell me I was coming into this.
Respectfully, man. If it wasn't for her father, I wouldn't have got into Lane Tech.
But the only thing is that being from the West Side and the way I grew up,
West Side.
is that
Okay.
we didn't have, in the West Side, my mother and all of us, we coveted people who was in our, we coveted people who was in our community.
Right.
And so as a basketball player, I
Number
wanted
one
to
podcast.
know,
Okay.
I want to
Subscribe. It's free. The Corner Convo. The Corner Convo podcast. The Corner Convo podcast. Please and thank you.
Bye.
All right.
She was cute.
I thought you called that. Yeah.
What was I saying?
Hold on, her man in Nissan. Go somewhere. Hold on.
That's Uber. That's Uber.
Oh, she got dropped off by the disappointment. Oh, it makes sense now. The disappointment dropped her off. She goes, wait, we see you, boo. Don't even worry about my fault, brother. My fault.
That is genius.
I was just saying that,
she was fine.
Maybe I was brought up a little different, but damn, I had to go back to tell you why I was brought up different.
Okay.
But when I saw, I read about people in schools. You know what I'm saying? And the only schools, not Lane Tech. It was. I know
Academics.
about it. It was academics. But then you bleed off into what they're doing in sports. That's where I got that. You know what I'm saying? But most people wouldn't read that part. They just want to know basketball, football. The water polo. I'm sorry, brothers ain't gonna read that.
Sailing.
Well, what I'm saying is that, but what I'm saying is that it stood out to me because we weren't. I mean, as blacks, it wasn't a lot of. You didn't tell kids about water polo. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it jumped. I'm like, whoa, okay, I know.
It wasn't romanticized.
I'm a little weird though.
No,
it's okay.
My father was responsible for returning water polo to Chicago public schools.
Yep.
It did not exist. So now we have hundreds of kids from CPS, and let's be clear, 80% of CPS students are black or brown.
To my black folks
right?
can't swim.
And so for those who are introduced to this sport, he was responsible for, helping the refs get their stuff together, making sure the pools were prepared, making sure everybody had their equipment, and watching my father build an athletic program in CPS. Like, I didn't realize who my daddy was, and plus he was the dean at Lane Tech. So, him in an administrative position.
Your daddy was the dean?
He was the dean.
Yeah, that was my guy.
I didn't do anything.
That was my guy.
I had a 1.3 GPA. I did nothing.
Jeez.
I was a trash student. Oh my God, I didn't pass anything. But when, there were some things that happened and I had to leave that school, and then that's how I ended up at Simeon. So I went from this, amazing, huge, university, right. Yeah. And I remember the first time getting my report card and seeing this number. And it was like 879. I'm like, what's that number?
It's not your credit score.
It is not.
Not at that point.
I am number 879 out of 899 people in the freshman class.
Damn, girl.
And so I left Lane Tech and went to Simeon. And then that's when I learned, about how important sports was in the black community. And then after I left Simeon, I went to Morgan Park. So I've been able to go from the north side to south side and then, over west and have this experience of how sports and our identity in like Chicago is very competitive.
Facts.
Like that battle of Vincennes is very real. Yep. Morgan Park swears, like Morgan Park, Simeon, Inglewood, Julian, it's a very, very, very real thing.
They win. Sorry,
even in the warehouse, but
win.
it's to see what came out of these schools that were under-resourced and the people we have now. And then I also had lifted up like the type of black men Depaul has produced, from mayors
my father
to business owners, like to see who came from sports to, shout out to Mayor Muhammad of Benton Harbor, who went to Depaul and played ball. Okay. You know what I mean? It's just impressive to see the talent that comes out of these under-resourced schools.
Can I break into that and you finish where you
Yeah.
Now, you talking about sports.
Absolutely.
You talking about well-educated, polished, foundation, strong individual.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're talking about.
Come on now,
and we're talking, I mean, I don't want to get off your topic and I want you to go back, but this seems like the way to slide it in is that, no, I'm saying, anybody heard about the NIL?
Yes.
Yeah. Anybody heard about this? And I'm going to put this in here real
What is that? I think I'm the only one just know.
Name, image, and likeness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, name, image, and likeness. And what I'm
Modern
saying
age
is
pimping.
that please, parents,
Come on now.
You need to understand what this is, you know, because every kid that's on any of those teams can actually benefit from that money. Okay, now to you businessmen that are around here, you talking about our kids need help? Okay, I'm not trying to single out the athletes or basketball players, but what I'm saying is that here's a chance to not only help that group, but then all of a sudden create the off-ramps for those kids because I am the president of whatever, you know, or I'm a black individual with a business, and if you reach out to that kid, you have an opportunity to do a lot more things in that kid's life. I mean, like introduce them to a different business, you know, take them somewhere further than just the basketball court. So I can't give it to y'all, but the NIL just ain't about giving them money. And it does give them money, which is good, but it's something. It's another, and teach them like I got taught how to listen to someone who's done it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, you candy coating it with the money you're getting them, but now you have a relationship.
You're barely teaching them financial literacy, if at all.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you can code it with the right thing. Financial literacy. What is
you pay your parking because they out here running back and forth crazy. What's the play?
Man, don't have me whoop nobody.
We out west. Let's go whoop somebody. We out west.
Don't have me whoop nobody out here.
Mark messed around and fuck around, got a ticket already. We don't even know.
You hit the west side in this brother, man.
I got a ticket. Give me my ticket. I'm paying it today. To leave it on there now.
Leave it there.
He ain't from the west side.
You from here from my west?
You know what? We should have put a ticket on there.
He got 3 hours. He got 3 hours now.
Yeah, leave it on there now.
I forgot to whoop somebody.
Yeah, he about to take it off.
You said it wrong. We was gonna go whoop somebody. We was my west, bro. We was gonna whoop somebody. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's important to help our youth understand what they can do with the money that they inherit. And so,
and the relationships that they can inherit,
leverage
and protect, right? Like, because I feel like from the swimming world, no one talked about like what the opportunities were.
You swam in college, right?
I did. Yeah. I literally was a semi-pro athlete. I swam for 17 years of my life. I thought I was going to go to the Olympics. I got a college scholarship to Florida A&M. I retired around 20 years old because of an injury, because sports did not really respect women, and there are sports within our community that is not respected, right? So being a woman and also being a woman swimmer, it is tennis is better than us. Track is better than us. Football is like the sport that people really care about. So when you go to the trainer and you have an injury and somebody who's a football player, they get precedent over your body, right? Even though everybody should be equal, but it's not the same. And plus we had a very creepy coach who
don't tell on him.
He did some weird stuff.
Fuck him.
Yeah, no, he did some weird stuff. Right? And so I can remember like traveling. We traveled by bus from Florida A&M to Heyward, and the guys got a hotel room, but he was like, you all, the ladies, go back to the dorm rooms, and he split us up with the girls, the female swimmers from Heyward. And I was like, I don't know these girls. Like, I don't know what's like.
That's a budget thing too.
Like, this is a send off. Like, I don't know if they stay when they men or whatever. And so we had to like lobby to make him pay for our hotel rooms because it was weird. And so and then he was like touching me weird, and I didn't feel uncomfortable. And so that's when I retired, because I didn't even trust the athletic director at the time. Right? Like, you are not supported as a woman athlete to understand who to go to, how to trust people, who to talk to. It's just not safe.
Yeah, that's not good.
I will say everybody passed that drug test, though. That was wild. Miracles can't happen. I know, right? Like, now that weed is legal in Illinois, like, I can remember blazing, and then suddenly was like, they lined all the athletes up, like, get on this bus. We're like, where are we going? A field trip? We going to the lab. Right? And so then everybody had to do a drop, and everybody passed. And I'm just looking like, this is what college is like? And so there was this protection of Black athletes from cannabis use, even back in the 90s. They knew all of us smoked.
That's a little racist too, though.
Nobody's getting sent home. And so a lot of us smoke weed, but whoever finessed the stuff was like, this is not that. Everybody passed.
Well, you know what? I look at that. I tell you about on the cannabis aspect.
Right.
You gotta pull your gangster out.
Come on, man. Come on now.
In the NBA, you remember early in the NBA, you heard about a lot of guys getting caught with
absolutely
weed and things like that.
Sainto.
So we pulled our gangster out.
What's that mean, Mark?
No.
You don't talk to, but you can't talk about that.
No.
Right.
Hold it.
You say nothing about that.
Here you go. Okay, so our players are on NBC, CBS.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
you want this money, don't
Nike
you?
is giving you da-da-da. Y'all need to slide off that shit. You know, listen. Y'all need to instantly, you see that tick go down. After a while, if you go up to the 5th floor, everybody just smoking weed right out in the hallway. All our team, I'm serious, man, because it was like, when I look at different things like that, I'm seeing like, this is only put in here for control.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to control you, but hold on.
That's a good conversation.
I mean, if that guy down there, the president or whatever company, he in his room, he walking outside, But y'all up there with the police looking at us. Nah, man. And we got rid of that.
I think that's a good transition.
You know what's crazy though, bro? 1 second. I come from Chicago, Indiana State. This is one of the most countryest towns you could ever go to in your fucking life. Terre Haute, Indiana. They had Larry Bird toilet seats for sale. There you go. You know it's country as hell. So me coming from Chicago, they was like, he probably a gang member.
Yep.
He probably does all kind of drugs. Probably got 2 baby mamas. Let me tell you something. 2 baby mamas already. 2 baby mamas.
He said 1 baby mama.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
With 2 baby mamas.
Everybody on the team got tested over and over and over again. You guess who never got tested? Me.
What?
Hell no.
They just assumed you were smoking.
They paying for me.
We can't test them.
They paying for me to go to school there. They're not going to send me back home at all. Not going to send me back home at all. I never got tested. I'm looking like, shit, I'm going to go get high right now. Period. Y'all have fun with the test. I'm going to smoke. And this shit fire.
Wow.
What kind of weed Terre Haute, Indiana?
Look at the privilege. Look at the
She was
privilege.
smacking, bro.
It's
It's all politics.
I mean, look,
I cannot imagine you
I had
going
G2 privilege, but it wasn't like that though. That's crazy.
Wait, you play ball in
I'm
college?
a goofy guy.
Yeah, I did.
I need a shirt that say that.
Y'all terrible. Y'all terrible.
It's a real thing. It's okay.
God,
Y'all terrible.
Hey, I can remember Amon getting dunked on in high school by my cousins. Oh my god.
They're supposed to do that.
It was just funny. It was a good time.
Bring it up them scars. Go on.
It's fine, man. You know what I mean?
It made him the man who he is
Hey,
today.
look,
I appreciate you, brother.
I got a lot of respect out here in these streets. Let me be clear.
Absolutely.
Let me be very clear. And we talk about basketball. It ain't too many motherfuckers that didn't kill me. Period.
Ooh, you like
Period.
that? You going like
Period. Dead ass. Dead ass. Shit.
Come on in here.
Well, hello.
Shout out Emerald Green.
Hello.
Chicago's amazing poetess.
There you go.
That is my
Why she didn't get the award then?
She didn't have to put her album in.
Wow, you missed the Grammy. You missed the Grammy. Just
Shout
so you
out
know.
Cubs and Ammo. Everybody for Valentine's Day, play that mouth.
Yes, I made the 84.
Hot chips and cheese.
Yeah, I was on the 84.
Make sure you vote.
Were you really?
Music Awards, Best Poet of Chicago.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
I have to go. I'm performing.
She got a show tonight.
Okay.
What you got in the bag, though?
An amazing dress.
What's in the bag?
Oh, my wonderful wardrobe.
So when are you coming on the show? While you running?
Soon.
All right. Value. It's called value.
Hey, you got a ticket already too, just so you know.
No, but no. The reason I say that though, I really want to ask this. Mahmood, Rauf, right?
Say it again.
Mahmood.
No, hey,
Mahmood,
sir.
Mahmood Abdul Rauf. Excuse me.
said, yeah.
Right, I said the wrong way. No disrespect.
I hate you, bro.
No disrespect. He came out with the documentary Stand.
Beautiful movie.
Excellent. And he was in the league when you were in the league. And my question to you is, I heard him say that a lot of players stood up for him behind the scenes and not on camera, and like in personal conversations, intimate conversations that he was having with players that were in the league with him. Mm-hmm. What was I guess the vibration with other players in the league? And did y'all feel that y'all should have stood behind him, said more, or was it cool to not say anything?
You know, I just think it was kind of unfortunate, but his whole presence in the NBA helped it go through its evolution.
Facts, I agree.
You know, I mean, I know what you're saying about not standing up for him, but you had to look at it. You know, you couldn't turn your head away from it. You had to address it. You know, and a lot of guys weren't, you know, was more afraid to get in it. You know what I'm saying? But
I get it.
It made us evolve because all of a sudden it was like, this shit going on over here.
Yeah.
This shit going on over here. Hold on. This shit going on over here. Hold on. Open your eyes up. Hold on. Whoa. Then guys started being like, look, this shit ain't right. We ain't right. Then another guy, this shit ain't right. It ain't right. And then you got more and more on different teams saying, listen, we letting y'all know that this ain't right, which propelled us to things where nowadays players understand that we tried to stay non-political, but there's no way you can't not be political. So that spurred us to say, you know, we are political. So we have to choose as a unit what we say. We can't just go out there spraying stuff, you know, and not having one message because then it looks like they not really together.
There's no unity in
no
that.
cohesiveness.
But then you see now, it took a long time to grow, but you see now, as a unit, the NBA consults with us
first
before a message goes out, and it goes out the right way. Because the NBA could say anything, well, we don't care nothing about it. No, what do you say?
You can hope too.
What did you say? Oh, no, you can't put that out. And now we're political. So he's a trailblazer, you know what I mean? I give him total respect for him standing up for himself and letting us know, letting us see. You know, and now by his documentary and all of that, it's a new world now. It's a new light, you know.
Trailblazer or martyr?
Well, you know, I would say that I hate to call him a martyr.
They killed his career, though. What
I'm saying is that I hate to call him a martyr because it's still working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now he brought a new height to it. You know, I mean, you would be okay to say that he's a martyr.
Okay.
But me, as looking at the future and the way we are in the NBA,
right?
I'm saying, yeah, you can be that, but you know what? To me, you opened up a whole new door. You know, that's the way I look at it, rather than saying you're a martyr. Man, you still here, you still talking.
Right.
You opened up a whole new door that now
They're still playing.
Yeah.
No.
Mahmood was in
playing a Big Three.
He was in
Big Three.
I was wondering, like, why is Ice Cube on this documentary?
Big Three. Yeah, Big Three.
Like, what's going on? I was like, where he come from? And I was like, and then it made sense at the end. Like, oh, he plays in the Big Three.
And 53, he's still getting buckets.
Still amazing. And I think what was so dope was also him, you know, having Tourette's. And I love the reality of that his ex-wife brought in and like what that felt like being a part of his life while he's doing this, right? Because that's not easy for anybody to touch upon someone who's like adamant about this is what's right for me. And you can choose, like, if it gets too dangerous or it's not for you, to move away. But I think all of us have the opportunity to reflect on, like, how do we stand up for ourselves? And in what ways? And why do we choose one way or another? And he was we looking at tickets? Everybody went to
that ticket.
That's Swain. That's your man Swain, though.
Swain, get that ticket when you come in. put your check in it and mail it. Yo, get that ticket, put your check in it and mail it. Come on, Swain. Swain.
What's Swain?
What up?
Yeah,
I'm not saying nothing out of respect for that man.
I love it.
Since I'm your boy, man. Swain, since I'm your boy, man. You grab that ticket.
He mean pay for it.
Grab that ticket, dog.
Pay for the ticket for him.
He like, take your own L. Take your own L. But it was a great documentary. Like, I probably wouldn't have watched it had I not been invited to, because there's so many things to watch. And it was really hard also, because it makes me feel like, all right, why do I reject standing up for my principles? And, you know, like, what am I afraid to lose? Whether it's friends or money. Cancel culture is real.
Absolutely.
And what's the and you don't know who's going to be standing with you, because everybody's making these decisions on, like, if I rock with you or if I protect you, I lose money. Yeah. Yep. And so I'm trying to, like, understand how can I use all of my
Decisions, man.
identities to, you know, stand up for what it is that I believe in, and not just what I believe in, but what is right, you know?
There you go.
What is right?
Yeah, I like that.
I need to leave that space for 1 second because I had to pull from a personal experience. In college, when I went to school to Indiana State, I got lonely. It was just different. You know, I'm a mama's boy, but you know, I know how to fend for myself. I got my dad definitely in my life. Great dad. He's my hero. He's my role model. So I'm gonna give him all the credit in the world too. But I was a mama's boy. I went overseas to play ball. I got lonely. You know what I'm saying? I got lonely. I hit depression before I really knew what it was. So I want to look at the flip side of that. As being an elite athlete, which takes more of your time, more of your life away from being a family man, was it easy and how did you maintain any kind of stability in the family life? Because the players I talked to that are in the NBA have had long careers, myself overseas, they say, man, they were so detached from family, it was hard to keep their partner, you know, on the same page with them, be a father to the kids, they miss a bunch of their lives, man. How did you, and was it hard to maintain stability on that front?
You know, I don't want to discredit what anybody else does or thinks, but, you know, it's a priority.
Okay. Yeah.
It's all a priority. And you can make that priority and you can give enough to have that balance. Because I don't know what they're talking about. The travel in the season was kind of tough.
Right.
They got their 2 hours of basketball and practicing every day.
Right.
In the training. But me personally, like you said something earlier today about, you know, being a girl daughter. My first daughter was Angela.
Okay.
And
college athlete.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was
that's her daddy daughter.
I was kind of, you know, mixed about certain things, but when she was born, and I'm looking at her, and it's a strange way to think. But
No, that's real. You a man.
That's the first time I ever knew I could kill.
Yes.
I understood it.
You know
I
what I'm
understand.
saying? Like, I was like, if somebody, and have no remorse, even though maybe I should, but like, if
we know where
somebody
you at.
touch anything to my daughter,
That's a protection.
I could kill you.
And I'll be okay with whatever
And I'll
comes
be
with
okay
that.
with it.
Yep.
But see, before that, I was like, you know, like, how could you just actually take a life?
Till you held life right there. You
when it
held
come
you
down-
right there.
So when it came down to that, like, I wanted to see them as much as they wanted to see me.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I left the NBA. Probably could have got
20 points a game when he left.
I probably could have got, you know, a few more million, but
Light work. Yeah, light work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like,
you know, I said that wrong.
Too, like, I'm not getting that. Like, come on.
But you know, I talked to my I talked to one of my uncles.
Right.
And we were just talking about things about time and about
A male
Mark,
figure.
you
A male
know,
figure.
I remember you was like, you know, 7 years old when I watched you on the back porch and doing things like that. And, you know, just a little bit, and I thought about it and I was like, 7 years old ain't coming back.
It's not.
It's not coming back.
Trying to preach over here, huh? Okay.
So I was getting my things in a row and say, I need that much money. I need that. And then when they came to me and say, well, Mark, this is where we at. And then I sat back and said, you know what? When my daughters go to school, I'm done. So, man, let me tell you, I got to take my daughters to school every day.
Grammar school or high school?
I love daddies.
Whenever they got in school.
Okay, cool. My man.
When they had to leave my house to go somewhere, come on.
And they say black. They say black.
Come on. Y'all get in.
A daddy Uber. Because you always get out with money in your hand, too.
And see, this is...
You ain't no good.
And this is what it created for me. And I go, is that when I was driving, they so young, they don't do nothing. So, you know, when you come up to a light, the light's red, right? But the car going traffic, you can see it's going to turn yellow before, you know, so I got a heads up on this getting ready to turn green.
Right.
So I was Magic Man. I used to like, I used to magically make the light turn green. I'm like, Daddy! They come home like, Mama, Daddy can make the light.
I know she was shaking her head like,
I love that.
I know she was shaking her head.
I love that.
And then when they get older,
And they like, what? your lifetime.
I remember you used to do that stupid stuff.
The job done already. Now, you was the hero back then. The job was done already.
Oh man,
absolutely.
My daddy can make the lights turn green.
Yep.
And see, if you think
Daddies
about
were magical.
I wouldn't trade that moment for anything. So I'm not doing that.
How about all the millions?
As long as I can feed them,
okay. All right,
I have a house over there.
I had to ask you. Come on now.
For their life, I mean, I'm serious.
All right.
To be with them, I get it up.
Man.
Understood.
That's love.
Overstood.
That's love.
Overstood.
That's love.
That's my ooh.
Yeah, I know. I got two, man. You know,
babies, man.
19 and 20, man. It's different.
Have at the Summerfest one of them cooks?
Who?
How many daughters you have?
I got 5.
Damn. All right. Just no condoms or nothing, huh? Just running.
I say it's a story about that though.
Okay, I'm here for this.
A story about that. So now my mama cursed the shit out of me. Nah, you know when you doing your thing.
What happened was
a fever.
Yeah, so,
I'm out west for real.
No, so listen,
Right.
so I'm like,
all right, Lord.
I get to be the it of it in Chicago.
For sure.
And
For sure.
Forgive me for being that, but like, but so Chicago was mine.
Yep.
So like Chicago being yours, everything yours. So I ain't going through that. Y'all know what I'm at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And my mom, was doing all right. And then I ended up being blessed and fortunate to go to the NBA. So, I let her pick her house wherever she wanted to do that thing. You know how brothers do that.
Blessings, yep.
So she said, Mark, listen, you better get serious about your things. I said, Mom, what you talking about? She was like, she said, all these young ladies you bringing in here. She said, you can't hurt them like that. Whatever that is. You know how a brother doing.
Yeah.
She said, a couple times, Mark, these girls come and talk to me, and some of them in love with you. And I'm like, yeah, they trying that thing. And she said, you know what? You gonna have all girls.
Whoa!
My hand to my heavenly Father.
Whoa! My hand to my
I believe that.
Yeah, my hand to my God is that I can see her face saying that. She looked at me and she said, these girls in love with you. And you quit playing with them like that.
Thank you, Mama.
Yeah, she said, quit playing with them.
Mama, no, you didn't.
She said, you gonna have all girls.
He doubled down. I'm gonna play with all the girls, Mama.
But that made me not just the women, that they got to be so special to me. Like every minute of every day. I walked into NBA gyms, game day. I might not be there tonight. My baby went to the hospital, and I was serious.
They better understand that.
No, but what I'm saying is that I'm like, listen, y'all my employer, and I know what's going on. This is the Lakers. We right behind them, whatever that is. Like, I'm at the hospital tonight until this doctor tells me my baby good. Y'all do what y'all gotta do.
I love that.
Listen, my baby. Oh God. Jeez, I'm too in love.
We was calling one of your daughters for getting on the show for cooking, and she ain't called us back. We need you to talk to her.
She had to talk to her dad.
Yeah, we need to talk to her.
Come on, had to talk to her dad. You should have said, let me give you my daddy now. Y'all ain't call me about that.
Email.
Well, I let y'all talk to her.
Those were your daughters that you was with at the Summerfest, right? You had your daughters with you at Summerfest?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. We've been talking.
We sit down, carry a pigeon and
I used to
everything.
love my daddy took me places, like walk in. I love my daddy take me places and just walk in like, oh, you're Marshall's daughter. Like it's nothing like fathers are magical. I can remember like when I met I didn't really have a relationship with daddy, and when I saw him, I was like, ooh, that is an ugly mommy. I didn't know what a daddy was, I knew uncles and cousins and boys, but father never touched. And I was like, he is an ugly mommy. That is wild. But I realized I really, really miss my father, and he was the first guy, and he wasn't perfect. But I can remember
Believe
things.
me, we ain't.
Yeah, and nobody is. Right. But I can remember things about him and his presence, and kind of in the car, he would tap to the beat of jazz, and he would tap on my hand or my finger or something.
Daddy
like,
shit.
Or he would like hold my hand while we drove. And so I miss my father, you know.
That's dope. That's dope.
Wow, that's so dope.
Brother Mark, can we talk about Chuerlin? Or Chuerlin? You know, because
he probably mess up all girls' names.
No. I asked earlier. He said, "Man, Chuerlin or Chuerlin? How do you want to?" So I want to be smart and overseas and France, right? This is the only black owned champagne?
Yes, this is the only black owned champagne
owned by
in the world.
yourself, Isaiah, and what's the other partner? I can't think of it.
NBA.
Yes.
The National Basketball Players Association.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
First
now
of all, I'm matching the bottle.
This champagne has no sugar.
Can you not bring the top of the bottle like that, for real?
No sugar, no headache the next day.
I'm watching. I'm telling my uncle on you.
We can pop one or something. We'll figure it out. It's not a problem.
Yeah, I'll get it. Don't worry.
I want to talk to you about what does that look like going in that space, right? Because you have a lot of NBA players that don't know what they're going to do after basketball, right? And, you coach, you did your analyst thing.
But the sad part is they give them classes really quickly. They give these players classes of, hey, man, you're not going to be in the NBA forever. Think about your future. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I thought this was just a dope collaboration. And clearly you and Isaiah have an excellent relationship. I believe he brought you in on this.
Well, I got to give Isaiah the credit for that. Totally.
Okay.
I mean, I came in and I got it. But now I love it.
You're fully embraced. Yeah. And this champagne is fire. I actually just went and bought one just because so I can really see what it tastes like. Pause. Okay. It's a good champagne. It's an excellent champagne. If I'm not mistaken, the champagne was used in the Bubble Championship, correct?
Yes.
That's
I've
huge.
been down.
Man. That's huge.
I celebrate with my team.
Wait, what is that?
Hey,
this is champagne. The championship edition. I drank this motherfucker so fast.
Where did you pull that
who
from?
Made that?
You did.
Who make this?
I did. This right here?
Who?
That was the championship edition of it.
Who rapped
Who's in it? Who is this made by?
You. That's yours. That's yours.
See?
That's your shit.
See?
When I first learned Isaiah Thomas had, I didn't know you were in at the time though. Isaiah Thomas had a champagne and celebrated. Man, look, you ain't got this?
And I'm with the Lakers on it. I got everybody else on it.
I didn't see that prop.
So what being in business and wine and spirits, what is the day-to-day with that?
Well, you're saying day-to-day so far as from the operational point, you're saying day-to-day so far as bringing the product to operation?
Both. I like both.
Well,
and even promoting when you don't have.
Well, basically, taking you back is that Isaiah was the initial founder of it, and he actually went to France. And the first thing he told me, and I don't know anything about champagne, is that champagne is from France. I said, yeah, well, whatever. I guess champagne down here. He said, no, that's not champagne. How you gonna tell me that's not champagne? I see champagne on the bottle. Right. And champagne. I say, no. He said, check the bottle again, and it's called sparkling wine. So, in actuality, anything that is not from that region
of Champagne,
is a sparkling wine.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. And from that, again, is that now when you go deeper, and I'm not going to try to get too deep, is that there are certain grapes that are used in certain wines, and then there's just the
regions.
Yeah, they just give you grapes, and then like some of the big houses. I'll take grapes from there. I'll take grapes from there. I'll take grapes from there.
Right, because those grapes are grown from the same soil all the time.
Yeah, this is a grower's champagne.
That makes a difference.
The rosé is made from the skin of the grapes.
Well, what happened is the rosé, and let me get into them over there, is that they have a certain method. I hope I say it right. It's Desagné.
Desagné, yes.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that you have to add color into champagne to get it the red that you're seeing every day. And our job was saying that I want to bring you the purest champagne available.
Ain't stepped on.
And that means the red is not
on my mouth.
The color.
There's no color.
Yeah, there's no color. So in order to get it red, that's the skin off the grape.
Exactly.
That's giving it's the red look, not coloring.
Right.
All right. So we said all coloring, and then that grape that you get from here, that's not going to give you a good champagne. It'll give you a champagne.
Right.
It's not going to give you a good champagne. The consistency will be different. So we said, no, we want to use only those grapes. Period. So now that's a grower that get that grape. Now, from that point on, we was like, okay, how do you get it pure? So the Chuerlin family, this the champagne that we have 15, 20 years ago, it wasn't palatable for masses because they wanted sugar.
Yeah.
Everybody wants sugar. You want sugars in wine. You want sugar. So, Isaiah, we thought about it. He said, well, let's talk about the purest champagne ever. And we talked to him.
Sound like cocaine.
Yeah, you know what? We actually call it like American
cocaine. Yeah, cocaine champagne. Let's get it.
We went in and said, we try to give you the purest that we
not
can
step
do.
on.
Blue magic.
Don't step on nothing.
Thank you.
And that would be, our, talk to America, saying that you're getting the purest champagne ever. And so when we did that, they didn't, it was like the family wanted to do it. They've been wanting to do it for, the family's 200 years old.
Yeah, 1788.
They've been wanting to do it forever. Yeah. And we were ones that came and said, okay, we're gonna try this. And we tried it, and believe it or not, the needle has been pointing our way because now you see other champagnes trying to get a no sugar, but it's not that easy.
It's only one OG.
It wasn't that easy.
Can't be 20 OGs.
Yeah. So
I think that's the perfect blend. I mean, because there's a direct correlation between champagne and NBA.
This shit was good too, bro.
Right?
Oh, it is.
Because,
it was good.
I mean, the NBA would just throw bottles of Moet, right?
Yeah.
Why not have a black brand in the locker room? I believe the number is 67%, maybe 69%. Black in the NBA.
But see, I think that in terms of the NBA, and let me jump off the champagne and go
Come on now, let's go.
Let me put it right.
Take your time. You sound like me over here, man. Come on, take your time.
You be a great deacon about it.
You have too many vendors and businesses connected to the NBA to not gather the ones in that are no-brainers.
Got it.
See, and what I think to them is that champagne is a huge business.
Yeah.
And for you to be the NBA and we're 92, 94, like all the, like Cristal, Dom Perignon, Ace of Spades, when it's graded, we are graded as high as those. We had nothing to do with the grading.
Right.
They graded. So now I have a product that is just as good by your standards as this particular champagne.
The Moet, as the Bel Air, yeah.
But we have an agreement, or you can see it, read it anywhere, that every NBA player has stock in our champagne.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Strategic.
I did not know that. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, look at it. Every NBA player has stock in our champagne. So what I'm saying is that this is a move that's great great for everybody. Because see now, not only for us, the Players Association can reach out to other groups and bring them in through the Player Association and don't have to bring them in through the NBA. But the NBA has to respect the fact that it's coming in. So that does for the NBA. Because everything that went to the NBA, it had to be approved. I mean, it had to be approved by the NBA. But hold it. So you're saying once you get it, there's no other market out there. You know how many businesses and not just black owned, that even though you're doing that, could have a relationship with the Players Association.
Yeah.
So don't limit us.
Right.
To say all the money come through us and then we give y'all what y'all.
Right.
Why can't we grow on our own?
That was David Stern, wasn't it?
As long as it doesn't compete with a contract that you have. So we were the first ones to be a part of that.
I mean, we're talking champagne producer of the year.
Now the door is open. Yeah, we got champagne.
2018.
And also in agricultural commodities, right? Like we don't really think about agriculture in this way.
Right.
So a lot of people are like growing food in cities, and like this is my background. Everybody want to grow food, but people don't want to think about how do you create secondary products that turn into a hot sauce. Or ketchup.
Or that. Yes.
Or mild sauce. Or champagne.
Mild sauce Chicago.
So we are seeing a growth in beer wine,
Yes, we
spirits
are.
that are Black owned. We're trying to figure out manufacturing. Chicago and the Midwest is really, really big on.
killing it.
You know,
We're the
on growing.
catalyst of that shit.
Right.
Let's be
And
clear.
so we should be thinking about how do we grow hops? Where do we grow it at? And the
I got
entire
hops, though.
supply chain. And I think that's where we lack
I
the
got hops.
understanding of how it is we can create kind of generational wealth through a supply chain
Absolutely.
perspective, right? Like, so
Absolutely.
we grow this, everything starts off as a plant. Every commodity begins with some sort of natural product. So you take that, it has to be processed. So there's a manufacturing of it. Then it has to be a transporting of it. It has to be a packaging of it.
All
and then it has
business.
to be a distribution of it.
All business.
And so it's really important for people to understand, like, one, where I always say this, what industry aren't we in? Because there are kind of,
Come on now.
I owned a lawn care company in 2009. It was Roots and Shoots Organic Gardening. We were the first Black organic lawn care company in Chicago. And we thought we were going to open a nursery. But as you have plants, it gets more expensive for you to keep them, and the price goes up for someone to purchase it. So I have a tomato plant as a seedling is $3. But as it grows, it comes $10, $12. And so it's less likely that somebody will buy it. So I'm stuck with it. It's like, so why are we going to start a nursery? Why don't we just sell seeds? Right? And so when you look at places like Home Depot and Lowe's, and they have these kind of protections for X percent of our shelves go towards minority or women-owned businesses. But if we don't create the products to go on the shelves, then it's nothing.
Girl,
Like, there's nothing there,
say it, girl.
right? And so there are places where we can be but we don't see the opportunities. And so what I love about this kind of new space of wine, spirits, and beer is that we're acknowledging, like, all right, so it has to go in a bottle. It has to be packaged. It has to be transported.
Absolutely.
And so how is it that we kind of leverage our collective network so that we can create a processing, manufacturing? Like, the Midwest is the manufacturing hub of America.
Yeah.
We should be producing a lot more than what we are, but we don't know how, or where to plug in or how long it's going to take for us to kind of be a part of that supply chain. So
Quick question
Y'all
for
help
y'all.
us. Y'all talking on politicians.
Yeah, quick question for y'all. It's Black History Month, right? I got a Black History question. What alcohol or brand of alcohol have Black people spent the most money on in history, according to y'all? What do you think? I got two answers to my question.
Crown Royal.
Thunderbird.
Okay. You probably wrong.
I would say Crown Royal
Those were
or
my answers.
Dimitri.
Okay. What you think?
I don't know.
It was a close tie between Crown Royal and Hennessy.
Yes.
Yeah. See, okay.
Everybody love that little purple. There's something about that little purple bag.
Black folks?
Like, because
people change
that's
the
the purple bag that
So-
Scrum I
so-
kept changing.
Yeah, that little purple bag was fly.
So my question is that
How do we get
I'm
them
just
here?
asking a question, saying, is there a black one that's decent?
A black
Good?
cognac? I'm not sure. I'm not certain.
What you mean, like whiskey?
A black owned. Well, it's black owned whiskeys now, though.
Uncle Nearest.
Uncle Nearest, for sure.
All
Uncle
day.
Nearest.
Okay, so
Uncle
Uncle
Nearest.
Nearest, right? But here again, we're and I don't blame people for doing what they do in order
Drink
to
what
get
they
their
wanna drink.
product out. But us being educated, if I'm drinking this one, and this one is just as good, but forgive me, we're asking everybody else, white companies, all these companies to invest in us,
right?
But this is just as good as this, but this one's black owned. Why can't I invest in us from the ground?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what
We
I'm
need
saying?
that.
Like, it's just as good. Okay, why?
They have black spokespersons. Nas. They do. They capitalize off us partaking in the brands. I'm sorry, give me 2 seconds, okay? They capitalize off us partaking in these brands because what's your wild rabbit? The NBA slogan for Nas is for Hennessy. I forgot Crown Royal, but I got a lot of black actors doing Crown Royal commercials though, but they aren't black owned. So to your point, what you're saying is, how come we can't go invest in the Uncle Nearest? But this is our job to make these products sexy to our people though.
Yes.
We don't do a good job of that. But I think we're in the infant stages of doing it as well. The infant
I
stages.
completely agree. So I had a birthday party, and I decided my birthday is February 2nd. So I shout out all the Marians.
Woo woo! Belated happy birthday again.
Still happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Shots. Let me get these shots.
We did though.
Right.
Hey man, you ain't got my ticket yet. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. I had to throw it on him for them. Go ahead.
I had to add the license plate to the project.
I'm sorry, go
So
ahead.
what I did for my birthday was I had a black bar, and so I went to Kim Bart, And they
shout out to Kim Bark in the building.
Kim Bark.
And so I bought all dark white and wine, all black. And so I had a Black History bar. And that was on purpose, right?
Cool.
And so
that's
unless
a themed event right there, though.
When we create an opportunity for people to experience us.
Put note there. That's an event.
Like
going
that's what we need to do, because what people do is these brands add value because we believe that they are valuable. And so if I tag Moet Chandon as people that are had Moet Chandon, and we believe that we get something off of it, but we have to create the value in the brands that are our people, and we also have to make it look fly. Yep. And so it's really important for us to understand, if we want to leverage Black brands, how to actually construct that, and that's how we ended up making Full Fest, right? Like.
Dope event, by the way.
Thank you.
Black owned.
Nobody's going to do this but us. So if we don't present the brands in a way that kind of leverage that celebrity, it's not going to happen. Right. And brand placement as well.
I'm challenging anybody.
Come on now.
The Aguirre challenge.
I mean, anybody. I don't know what kind of champagne drinker you are. You don't have to call back here. You don't have to let me know. But for you in your home,
your mama too.
I don't care what champagne you go get. Go get your champagne and go get this.
Chuerlin.
And I guarantee you, you're gonna say.
No, he guarantees.
Okay, yeah.
He guarantees.
I like that.
But what I'm saying is that if you drink it, I'm not saying black, white, and indifferent. No one that ever has drank that champagne, and you got a lot of you guys out there drink it, can't tell me that it's not as good as anything you've drank, period. I don't care which one you drank.
So I do have a question, Mark.
Yeah.
Do you believe that you all are going to be a part of the Zero Proof movement?
What?
So
I'll start a fight right now.
Listen to me. Okay, wait. Hear me out, right? Not everybody consumes alcohol, right? That's an entirely different market that people are missing out on. I remember I was pregnant and I was throwing down old dudes, right? And I got cursed out. Yeah, I got cursed out by people because you're drinking beer. It's non-alcoholic, right? Yeah, it's non-alcoholic. Do you see, like you all have done zero sugar? Do you believe that you move into a market where it's like, you know what? There's another market for people who want to enjoy champagne, but it's non-alcoholic.
Well, see, we have to be really careful.
We gotta make a trade.
Because, see, when you start the process of making champagne, do you want to have it not be champagne? You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful. And
cameraman was like,
Well, you know what? If you don't drink, then don't fucking drink. You're not drinking. You ain't drinking that shit. Right?
You got to be
well,
champagne.
I mean, there could also be a sparkling version of it. Like, do you see it diversifying into other products, or is it just Chuerlin?
I can't say no, but like, if you just say the word champagne, what are you looking for? You know,
bubbles.
Yeah, you look at champagne. Then if I say this champagne, and then I'm giving you something that's not champagne. You know what I'm saying? Is that we're saying the purest form of champagne that we can give. Mm-hmm. So that's not champagne. So it'll be hard for us to do, you know, because we're just staying true to what we do. If they come up with some other way to do it, yeah, fine. But our deal is to say you can't drink any other champagne and we only get the first press too. That's a big thing about us and everybody else. We like when champagne get pressed 3, 4, 5 times, you're diluting the quality of the champagne. Yeah. Okay. So we say we're gonna get the best we can get is what we're giving you. So you know, be a little hard, but you know, I don't know.
We got you. I don't know. You put it in layman's terms for those that don't understand, and that's kind of what we're doing this podcast as well. We highlighting spots and spaces and people, the arts, the crafts, the cultures, the tastemakers, the movers and the shakers, man. We put it in layman's terms so they can understand and come back to us.
Please
don't
do.
Get, man.
Because we don't know. I'm quite sure. I mean, I'm champagne, I know that, but you guys bring up other topics. Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
You know,
now we're gonna put this in front of everybody, and you know, we're gonna figure something out.
Let's take it.
Let's be clear. We're gonna figure something out.
You've been ejected, bro. You got 2 texts already.
There is Mark, I need you to listen up. Fuck what he talking about, right?
Hold on one second though.
Okay, I'm turning around this way.
Part of my back. back, right? Pardon my back. Right?
Whoa. What? That's 3.
Look, I know for sure our audience, right, and our demographic does not know that this even exists.
No, they don't.
And I guarantee you, when we activate it, you'll see a spike.
Well, you probably will, but I really want to not. I'm happy that it's my champagne, but, and I want to benefit from it. But there's another little, since I'm in it, there's another little thing happening out there about us. You know, like, put it this way: when I leave my house, if I'm going to buy something, if I have a friend that's African American, Black, and he has that product,
come on now.
I go there first.
Let's go.
You know, not against
give it a chance,
whites or nothing like that. What I'm saying is that everybody's talking about giving something. So I'm giving from our Black side. You know, they're trying to move us to a better place too. You know, it's a fight. But what I'm saying on my side, I need to support it to keep it alive
on purpose. So
that when there's another company where it's a white-owned company, they say, oh, that's good. And now they recognize, but I'm trying to keep them to a point where, you know, we know. I went to a Black-owned restaurant on the West Side.
Come on now.
3 days ago. It was very good.
Play with me.
What was on 16th and
we talked about it earlier, the soul food restaurant.
The new one,
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
And if it was bad, I'd have told y'all that too. I'm not gonna put my stamp on nothing good.
Accountable.
I'm not gonna put my stamp on the you ain't good enough, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I do that. But yeah, I mean,
I think the intentionality behind like supporting Black businesses is important. So we know that like Black businesses or entrepreneurs start their businesses with their own capital, for example.
Absolutely.
Most of them are still working full time while starting their businesses.
Absolutely.
Most of us cannot get a bank loan from the banks that we have our primary accounts at. And so it's really hard for our businesses to be profitable, productive, and it's important to do it on purpose.
But isn't that incredible? I can't say another lot of businesses where they got their money,
right?
Loyally,
talk about it.
They don't even get through the beginning process.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like that. I don't know what the answer to it, but that kind of bothers me. You got my money.
It irritates me that we don't understand those of us who are upwardly mobile. Like 47% of Black people are unbanked or underbanked right now.
That's crazy.
Right? About half of Black Americans didn't make more than $50,000.
That is terrible.
Right? And so we don't understand like how the acquisition of wealth stops us from being able to produce and create viable businesses.
Absolutely.
Like we have businesses that are not licensed and bonded because they cannot afford to be licensed and bonded.
Right.
And so we're stuck in this cycle of if it costs this much to be licensed or to get a certification or for insurance, and we can't get a loan because we're Black, because the banking system is kind of inequitable, not kind of, but on purpose, then what does that leave us with? It leaves us with people not being able to invest in their businesses, not being able to afford to get training. We can't, then we got back alley mechanics that we can't use our insurance, like.
No disrespect to y'all. Y'all helped a lot. Y'all helped a lot growing up. Y'all did.
Absolutely. People with these skill sets we rock with, but we can't, it's a feedback that keeps us in this cycle of we cannot protect our wealth because we can't use the financial system that every other American has access to.
Yep.
And so our businesses fail faster. And so we want to, everybody want to shop Black, but I want to operate in the Black. That needs to be the new mantra.
You're the perfect person. Let me drop this on you so you can give me a little insight on what's going on. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Chase, Citibank, name me another one.
Wells
Fargo, Bank of America.
Huntington.
I have heard
my shoebox.
100. I had heard 100 times from those people who are involved with those particular banks saying that getting the unbankable into banks, they have spent tons of money trying to do their financial literacy programs in our community, and they can't break the bubble. I mean, Chase did satellite banks. I think they did it here in Chicago, where they're putting, them little banks coming up.
Yeah.
And people are so skeptical.
Well, I mean, a lot of us got so the way that bank fees work. You have financial illiteracy, the wage gap, how people get compensated. It's not easy being Black and being the working middle class.
Come on now. Come on.
Right? And so we have to sell more about ours to make the same amount of money than our peers that are white the same age. The way that our leases and the financial structure of the rest of the world is set up. You got to rob Peter to pay Paul.
I like robbing people.
So you're talking on that side. I got you.
Yeah. And on top of, there's 25 Black banks left in America. Chicago has one Black credit union.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Well, that's in Hyde Park, right?
No, that's oh my goodness. And I forgot the name because I invited them to the conference.
I know where it is though.
But we don't understand how. So my kids are, on their way to college, and all of these banks want to give them loans. But these are the same banks that won't give me a business loan.
They want to hook them. Yeah.
Right? So
fuck up their credit.
You have a new
You pass your
customer,
prime in the market area though for banking.
Yeah. You won't give me a
banking,
business loan, but you'll give this 17-year-old access to $500,000.
Hook them for life.
Or, and then for a degree that will take them longer to pay that loan off. And so we don't understand as Black people how all of these things are intersecting.
Yep.
And so a Black student
cousin,
that takes out a loan is less likely to purchase a home, right? We'll purchase a home later. How do you generate wealth in America? You buy a house.
Be white.
But we pay the highest percentage and rate of loans of any ethnic group. So it takes us longer to pay off.
We make
our
less.
loan amounts are greater, which means that we buy our houses later, right? And so all of this is kind of like, how does the banking sector create some of these issues within the Black community?
Less equity in the home then.
Correct. Why is it that we have more than almost half of our people don't have bank accounts? Or the people that do have bank accounts, like how how they're how it impacts them. So it's just I don't know.
I love the fact that that's becoming because of I wouldn't say greed, because of banks wanting to grow.
I got one question.
The conversation is going there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that we got to take some of this pressure off of the young coming into college so that they can be our bankable people in the future.
Right.
They're thinking about it like that now. Saying that we got to take that pressure off in order to allow more wealth to come in earlier. That means they can get with us earlier and make, things like that. I've seen that. You just made it very clear. Yeah, very clear.
I got one question though. I'm off all that. We can't break it down any further for those that don't understand. Hopefully, what Mark and Mila, with me and Amon sitting on the sidelines watching, the two stars.
I'm just talking
information.
to her,
No, great conversation. Ain't nothing wrong.
She educated me.
Ain't nothing wrong with me on the show. Like, many times I've sat in the show and watched McKinney and Amon and even Swain or our other guests. They go toe to toe and head to head with information. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy it and learn the conversation. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? But my question is different. I'm going back to the basketball court though, because Chicago is a mecca for producing basketball talent.
Absolutely.
I have to ask.
Best ever.
Come on
The
now.
best ever.
Come on now.
The
all
best
time.
ever.
Give us our credit.
I did play basketball for 2 days.
That counts too though.
Look, I don't care where you go.
I need an answer from you. I need a top 5 Chicago players.
I'm one.
Okay, let's go.
Isaiah 2.
Isaiah is my second favorite point guard of all time.
Is this in any
And
order?
Maybe the second best floor general.
Is this any order?
Can I finish,
You just
bro?
said it. I'm one.
Okay, well, I
Let's go.
want it to be clear.
Let me call up. Let me call up Isaiah and let him tell y'all.
So you won Isaiah 2.
And, really, and looking at it just so far, because I'm looking at length,
however you want to do it.
Destruction, all that.
Whoa, all right, Mark. You know what? You've been flagrant all day, man. I gotta book you. You know what? I've been letting this shit ride all day. I can't. It just.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We'll explain to you.
You just say what you just
You've been ejected from the game right now, okay?
Believe me, my opinion.
Okay. And it's very valid.
Looking at the career.
Okay.
Derrick Rose.
Okay.
There you go.
Is third.
There you go.
And when the Anthony kid, if he continues going well, he's going to fit in there somewhere.
Anthony Davis.
But right now, I can't put him in there.
Okay.
He ain't done enough work.
Right.
He got a championship.
NBA champion.
Yeah, I'm counting it. Look. Asterisk.
Okay,
Look, you agree with me?
Okay, no.
That bubble thing don't work with me.
What you mean?
Hold on. We gotta get the five. We gotta get the five. Let me get the five before you go in.
What?
Number 5. I'm probably not remembering someone that I should.
Hersey.
Who?
No Hersey. Hersey from Chicago, right?
Yeah, Hersey was good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's saying, going, you know,
top 5.
Who would be there?
I'm waiting on Benji.
You know what? Let me give you this. And this is my honest. This is from me, my honest.
High school.
I have seen everybody.
Right.
I've never seen Benji.
You ain't never seen Benji?
That's
crazy.
Man, I tell you, the only player in Chicago history that I haven't actually laid my eyes on that I could.
Can't take my eyes.
He was the
a
one.
legend to me on.
I mean, and I heard he was so cool. So I think about it now, be like, pisses me off.
It's not fair. It's not fair though.
Damn. Be like, you know, because I done seen everybody else and they say Benji and I ain't got nothing.
I think Benji, you know, I don't care what y'all think about me. I don't care what y'all think about me, man, but I think Benji's a sympathy pick. You know why? Because he died tragically. He died young. Because you have players that are cold and killers, have high school careers, college careers, and pro careers.
So you give me 3. Give me 3, he would be 5.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Well, I mean, I gave you 4.
Me, I'm 5. What you talking about? I'm 5. Mark Aguirre, I'm 5.
Talk your shit.
In my opinion.
Talk your shit.
I'm smart enough to know I'm not 1. Okay?
You know what? You just
I know I'm not number 1.
You just pulled a J. Ivy, right? You like made a whole category. Like, you got the whole little.
See, one thing about it is that, see, all them other states, they'll throw your names. But if you ain't cold, Chicago don't throw your name like that.
Yeah. Do you count Garnett?
Chicago don't.
Do you count Garnett?
Well, see, is Garnett from Chicago?
He's
not from Chicago. We cold in Chicago. If you ain't from here, you ain't from
What
here.
about Paul McPherson? What about Paul McPherson?
He's really nice.
Good, all right.
He's really nice.
I mean, we got
top 15.
We got to throw Ronnie Fields in the mix.
Never make the league.
He definitely get in the mix. But you said top 5.
Top 5. Okay.
Can you do that?
I think I can give you time. I mean, all right.
No, I'm talking about Ronnie
You
Fields.
said bitch, bro. You booked already. You out of here. No.
Can Ronnie Fields be top 5?
He can be top 5 high school.
I'm talking about when you look at the best ever played.
Mark
and you look
Aguirre,
at
Isaiah Thomas,
and you look at Ronnie Fields.
Okay.
Jared Rose.
Okay.
Well, I ain't getting nothing from Ronnie.
Well, then I got to put Howard in the mix.
Who?
Juwan. I got to put Juwan. I got to put Juwan in there.
That's legit.
I got to put
Jay Howard's legit. That's legit. He had a long career, productive.
You can definitely put that one in there.
And he got the bag.
You can get that. Yeah, you can put that one in there.
Yeah. He let us know. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Juwan. I mean, I get it.
But see, it's hard for me.
Yeah, because he won College Player of the Year, though.
No, it's very hard for me because, you know, I'm looking at
a dub in the league.
I'm looking at just Cole.
Just Cole.
Like, when I look at Isaiah, like, yeah.
Right. Okay,
when I look at Derrick Rose, I'm like, yeah.
Let's skip over that one time. We're going to make it really quick, though, because we got to go. But we had an argument in here. I think it should have even been an argument because everybody's different. They were upset with me because I said basketball didn't teach me anything when playing the sport, okay? And I said it because I had a mother and a father that taught me everything. I took my family values to sports and it made me better. I had teamwork already. I had hard work already. I had the will. I had the smarts. I had what it took to. I had the know-how to know that I have roles to play. I had 4 brothers. I got a role on this team. The mom, dad, and 4 brothers. I had a role on this team. So I took that to basketball and it helped me out. They were adamant. Armand, McKinday, and Mike Wells were adamant that, no, you just better than basketball. I'm like, no, fam. Basketball don't have to be everybody's parent. Some kids grow up in less than ideal situations, and sports are saviors to them. Sports wasn't my savior. It wasn't my savior. So I didn't learn anything from sports, though. I took what I learned from my family to sports.
Well, I can see what you're saying, but
right.
Playing basketball, other than your mom and dad telling you what to do, on your own, you had to engage a outside entity, 5 of them, outside entity, and see how those things are put together.
Right.
And every outside entity is different. He crazy. He can jump.
Right. My youngest brother. Right. That's my oldest brother.
He hates you.
That's my third brother.
He hates you.
That's my dad.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that now, but these are other people. They got different other people, and you had to coincide with them. Be the gangster you are.
The people skills. Okay, cool.
Yeah, kind of people skills. Be the gangster you are in order to form a group and be that good. Your mom and dad was a part of your group.
They were Phil Jackson.
Yeah, they were that.
Tex Winners.
But you had to go outside of
Chuck
that.
Daly.
You had to go outside of that.
Right.
And say, can I create that with the skills that I learned at home with my mom and dad? They gave you the skills, but then you had to go outside that and say...
And perform.
And create that atmosphere.
And I did.
You see, but that's incredible to be able to do that.
I did.
Yeah, that's incredible, dude. That's hardest thing to do.
The schoolwork suffered, but I played ball. I played ball though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
all right, well, look, man, we're not gonna hold you anymore, man.
Y'all were good. I enjoyed this.
That's what's up, man.
This made it real.
Don't be a stranger.
You know, right. This is episode
Call the boss,
135.
Man. Call the boss.
She's definitely the underboss. She's the underboss. Let's be clear, man. Let's be clear.
When she wants something, what you need? What you need?
This was so much fun. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. No, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, man.
Swain, let's go get that ticket, baby.
Episode 135. We out.
Hey, my boy Swain is here. My boy Swain is here. And he always tell me, Mark, I got you. Now he up to get me. Man, come on. I can't even find it.